You know, when I thought of coming to Italy, I thought of the places that everybody has heard of and known, and to be able to go to places that I'd never heard of was just like finding a treasure or something.
You know, that's the best part about the trip, is getting away from the tourist traps and seeing things that others don't see. And to go in those and take photographs of them is just something that most people don't get to do.
So while I am not a photographer, it's been a blast. You catch a charm. I've seen a charm here that I don't think I would have gotten on another trip or just coming on our own.
Coming with Drake gets your creative juices flowing.
He's so kind and compassionate, and he's so passionate that when he explains it, I don't feel like it goes over my head. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm out of my element. I feel like, okay, I get this.
Drake has been great. His whole demeanor is kind of a laid-back, easygoing, but extremely knowledgeable. And the classes he's given us are interesting, not just informative, but they've been something that we all want to go to and learn as much as we can.
We're looking through the lens of the camera and seeing these things on vacation that we would never normally pick up on. These little nuances of light and shadow and doorknobs, things that are so everyday things, but when you are in these amazing medieval towns and you're capturing these moments on film, there's nothing else like that. When you go home and you're reflecting on that, it immediately takes you back to Montalcino. And because of Drake, we get that much more out of our vacations. It's that much more memorable. It's priceless. It's life-changing, and we're so grateful for it.
Of course, I've enjoyed all the large cities. However, the thing that is the most dear to my heart would be the small towns. I love poking around the little villages, stopping at any restaurant that happens to be open, and the food's always good.
You know, the best meal I've ever had, the most unbelievable experience I've ever had was a meal that Drake set up, where everything just kind of came together, and the setting was perfect, the food was perfect, the weather was perfect, and it's something that you never forget. So it's just so much more than just taking pictures. It's just an overall experience. It's just unforgettable.
It's not the typical workshop where you're with 50 to 100 photographers and you're trying to get the same image. You know, our favorite part is when he sets you free in the towns and, hey, let's meet back at the piazza at 10, and then you get to hold hands with your husband, you know, strolling down the little alleyways of, you know, different parts of Italy, and it's just very romantic and just fun, very creative.
I am so glad to bring my husband with on this trip. And he had so much fun because it was so different from what he does day to day. He actually said, when we get home, you're not going to be able to tear this camera out of my hand.
He doesn't jam-pack the days to the point where you go home and don't remember a thing. We will remember every day.
This trip has been an answer to a dream.
When we got home, we walked in the door, we looked at each other, and immediately said, we could go back in a heartbeat.
I learned the first time I came, he said, anybody can take a snapshot, and some of those turn into postcards, but you have to spend some time there looking to get the art.